Hey guys, how are you doing? I thought I would never do it, I thought I would never read it, but here I am today to talk to you about Lola and the Boy Next Door. A couple years ago, I read Stephanie Perkins' Anna and the French Kiss, and I traded with Rebecca to read The Fault in Our Stars by John Green because neither of us had read the opposite books, and so we traded them. We did a little discussion about the two of them. And in the back of Anna and the French Kiss, there was an excerpt from Lola and the Boy Next Door, and I read it and I kind of said to myself, in the end I wound up liking Anna and the French Kiss, but I really am not that inclined to read Lola and the Boy Next Door just based off of the first chapter. Didn't really hook me, wasn't really excited about it. But then I saw this sitting on Rebecca's shelf, and I said to myself, you know what, why not? Maybe you'll be surprised, maybe it'll be as good a story, who knows? So I borrowed it from her, and I read it, and yes, I in fact was a little bit disappointed. If you're unfamiliar, this book follows the story of Lola Nolan, which I think is a really fun name to say, Lola Nolan, who lives in San Francisco with her two fathers and her kind of punk rocker older boyfriend named Max, who's in a band and wears a lot of black and is kind of moody from what I can tell. And long ago and far away in her past, about 2 years ago, a family used to live next door whom she had a big falling out with two of the twins, one of whom was her best friend and one of whom she had this childhood crush on, and things just didn't go well, and they are moving back into their house, and she has to face, of course, the boy next door, and all of the memories that them being back is going to drag up from the past. What I did appreciate about this book, and not that this is any secret, it's in a lot of the promotional materials, but Etienne St. Clair and Anna from Anna and the French Kiss are featured in this book. They do come back. It was really great to see Anna and Etienne again. And they play a really nice role in Lola's life, helping her along the way with her thoughts and her feelings. That being said, this book was very different from Anna. There was no having to adjust to brand new situations. There are no language barriers, no foreign places, no foreign people, no needing to make new friends. It's a very different journey that Lola takes from the one that Anna took. It's further insight sort of into the headspace of characters, I think. She's struggling with her past, she's struggling with her present in a life that she's always known and not having to make a new life for herself in the same way that Anna did. While it's clear that, like Anna, she's very sort of unhappy through some of the book, I don't think she was very unhappy in the same way. For some reason, I just really like to read about unhappy people. Lola herself is very extreme. I thought she did a lot of classic things that someone her age would do. She acted in the way I would expect a 17-year-old girl in this situation to act. Her personality suited her well. I didn't understand her. I found her a little bit difficult to like, and like I said, she was a little bit extreme, but she was a fun kind of bouncy, buoyant character that moved the story along. The boy next door, Cricket, however, I felt was vastly underexplained, was very confusing. He kept up this mantra of, I'm not the person I used to be, which led me to not really understand who he used to be because that was very poorly explained. You only get it from Lola's perspective, which is understandable because the entire book is from Lola's perspective. I just didn't understand him. He had a confusing kind of introvert personality, which is fine because I also have that as well. But I was baffled by Cricket. Cricket was not a person that I understood. I think all of Lola's parents in this book were extremely important to the plot. They helped to give her some boundaries, helped to move the story along. Andy, in particular, provided some much-needed instances of humor, especially at the end. He's a pretty fabulous character, and I think without their presence in the story being what it was, I wouldn't have liked this book to the extent that I did. Isla and the Happily Ever After, which is the third book in this kind of vein. I don't want to call it a series because they're all very different, but it's set to come out this year, and I will probably read it just to see how the story ends. I hope it'll live up to Anna and the French Kiss and maybe sway me a little more than Lola did. Nevertheless, this was an interesting little book, and I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. As always, there are links and things. Feel free to click on them. Have lovely weeks and lovely lives, and I will see you very soon.